Hello, I'm Sophiralou and welcome to my channel. Hello guys and welcome to this week's video. This week we're going to do a blow marker challenge. I picked these blow markers from a store called Tiger a while ago, and I thought it'd be really fun to do a interesting challenge video with them where all we're using are the blow markers to actually do the art. If you don't know how these work, you have two tubes. You put the pen inside the plastic tube, and at the end of the pink one you have a hole in which you blow into, and then it makes the marker spray out and create this sort of effect. I thought this would be really fun to do. I did a few experimental pieces with it to see how it would turn out. I decided how I would work out the art among that. This is very difficult to control, so I ended up using some Frisk masking fluid to mask off certain areas so I could build up and create my illustration. And because it's May, we're doing the art themed within mermaids. This piece is just something quick I drew up. I wanted to do something with a bit of action, and obviously with a mermaid interacting with something, just so it's a little bit interesting. I think I use a little bit of white marker on this just to make certain areas pop that didn't pop the way I wanted to, and this was an experience, I will say. I'm using Frisk blue marking fluid and I'm using Aquafine hot press paper, and I had a bit of a mixed result with this. When I used the blow pens, they're extremely messy. It ended up all over my hands, especially when because it's so liquidy, when it's sat on top of the the masking fluid, the liquid just obviously isn't soaking into it, so it just sat there, and because it wouldn't dry I had to wipe it off a little bit with a wet with a little bit of a damp cloth, just so that I could peel off the masking fluid without getting it all over my hands, but it ended up all over my hands anyway. I think these are water based because when I tried a small experiment with them with water, they reacted with the water, so it kind of I think it is water based because of that. You could probably do the same with a lot of different pens. I probably would like to try these to see if they would work with, say, like Crayola or something like that. And I'm really going to apologise if my head gets in the way. The nature of blow pens is, unfortunately, you need to blow into them to get anything out. I think I do a few shots off camera as well, just because it was so difficult for me to try and not get my head in the shot, and of course I'm going to have to apologise about that. So you can see that is what it was like, and I ended up with green fingers for practically the most of the day. Which was fun. But the whole idea with the masking fluid is to mask off certain areas that I didn't want in the darker tones. I chose to do the sea background first and then build up on top with like the yellows and the oranges and the pinks, because I only had 5 colours. I wanted to limit the palette, but at the same time not force myself to be so limited with what I was doing. And I actually do recommend doing this challenge. It is an awful lot of fun. It is quite difficult to control, so I do recommend trying to mask off certain areas, because even after I masked off certain areas, some colours still seeped through where I hadn't quite properly put down the blue masking fluid, and even after then I was still struggling because some of it was still a little bit wet. Even though I'd left it for half an hour to dry, it was still a little bit wet because of all the colours that had built up. So after I'd done my first layer, I went through and I masked off certain areas that I knew that I wanted to stay a white colour almost, and then I built the masking fluid on top of the blue/green area, so then the pink and yellow and orange colour wouldn't go on top of this colour so much. The only problem is because the masking fluid is a wet medium, it reacted with the blue and the green, and every now and again the colours kind of seeped a little bit, which is very frustrating. And the whole idea I wanted to go for was a tropical mermaid, so I wanted to put down the blue base with yellow and then build up certain colours from there. So this was an awful lot of fun, and I highly recommend doing this challenge, and I would love to see what you guys would create with a blow pen. I don't actually have links to these, but I will try and find something similar on Amazon, and so that you can try out something yourself, and leave a link for you for the Amazon link down below. It's just something interesting and something different. It didn't take massively too long to do. The thing that took the longest was waiting for the masking fluid to dry, and then building up my layers, and trying not to get it all over my hands was a bit of a challenge as well. But overall, this was a lot of fun, and it is an easy challenge for anyone of any age to do. I would recommend if you've got a young'un about under the age of 3, because it recommends that these markers shouldn't be for under 3-year-olds. Maybe do it with parental supervision. This is a great challenge that I feel that anyone can do and anyone can try, and the thing is even if you don't do it great, that's absolutely fine. The whole idea of a challenge is to try something outside of your norm and have fun with it. I am not happy with everything that's in here, but overall I think I did a good job, considering, hey, these are blow pens. So for those who are asking about the mermaid zine, I am almost done, I believe. I haven't got that much more to do, just a bit of tweaking here and there, and then hopefully within the next week or so I will open up pre-orders. I'm trying to order the books as soon as I can so that they'll arrive for London, so I'm really happy with my progress with it. Also as well, I have got some videos all lined up for you guys, which I'm really excited to show you, and I've got some fan art videos that I really want to get on with, especially after that Steven Universe episode, but I won't talk about it because, you know, spoilers. But there is a lot that I really want to do, and I really enjoy May because it is all mermaid themed, and I've had an awful lot of fun just doing something out of my comfort zone, especially with this challenge, and I probably would do something else. I think it would be interesting to do mermaids with like cut out paper. I would like to probably try that. What do you guys think? What challenges would you like to see me do in the future? As you know, I've done plenty of palette challenges in the past, and I've done a few different like marker challenges, watercolor challenges, and I've done a fair bit by now, and so I'd be interested to see what you guys would like me to do. You know, let me know in the comment section down below. So after I'd used the blow pens, in order to get some defined lines, I went over with the actual markers themselves, just to deepen certain areas where I felt like colours needed to be deepened. I tried to use only these markers because I felt like it was important, since it was a challenge only using this equipment, to show off using only this equipment. So this is final looks of it. Overall, I really enjoyed this. It's not the cleanest piece of work I've ever done. It's a little bit blurry, it's not quite in focus, but I really love the colours, if I'm honest. I was really happy with how bright and vibrant it came out. She's almost like a goldfish, and you can see like certain areas where I had the problem. You can see where the masking fluid sat, that it left different colorization, but overall I was really happy with this. There's definitely some things that I would go back change. I think it was more important that I used more masking fluid layers and probably done the blue last, I don't know. But I would challenge you guys to do it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Maybe like, comment, subscribe. But as always, folks, stay creative.